Greetings gamers and welcome back to the late game. I am the long game hunter and we are playing the Banner Saga, and we are about to get into a scrap with a bunch of thieves. Just fantastic. We are going to give Avon the gloves like we discussed in the previous episode. Good enough. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. What do I need in this fight? Ivor would be good to have. Firmer might be good to have. But I think actually Gunnulf. Yeah, let's bring Gunnulf. It's been a while since I had him in here. We'll give him the armor. The little additional armor. But you know what? Oh, wait a minute. +1 strength resist. Or +1 armor. Don't know what that does, but let's figure it out. Alright. Alright, off to battle. Let's see what we have in store for us. Okay, well, we surround them, but that's not necessarily the greatest of things. Let's have Oddleaf. If I put Oddleaf over here, it might give them a little bit of distraction. Meanwhile, I can have our tanks just rush right up. That's not a bad idea, I think. So we can have Gunnulf come in from the side. Have Ivor and Egil head up that direction. Rook can catch people from the side here. Is that really the best use of our people, though? I think that's probably going to be better. Man. It's a lot of armor. It's because they're all standing next to each other with these shields that apparently interlock in some fashion. Alright, so let's start by pulling down your health a little bit, make you a little less of a worry. Bring you up. Immediately make you a pain in everybody's backside. Fantastic. You're next. Alright, well. Let's give you a little health damage then. Make you a little bit less of a worry as well. Oh, man. Yeah, she does some pretty nasty damage. Okay. Next it's you, followed by Mr. Backbiter. Awesome. Can't tell you how happy I am to see you, Mr. Backbiter. Can't tell you, because it would be a lie. Oof. Okay, let's let's hurt some people. Okay. No, wait, what am I doing? Let's move you. Oh, actually, I suppose we don't need to really move you, do we? There, and then this is gonna suck for Eagle there, but might be worth it. Oh, I didn't calculate that properly. Put you down? Put you down. Alright. I really need to get him down. We can probably drop him immediately. Yeah, there we go. Start pulling down your armor. Time for you to actually do that, I think. Ooh, wait a minute. No, if I can pull up... Yeah, if I can pull up your armor, then that'll be worthwhile as well. I think, Gunnulf, it might be time for you to Tempest again, honestly. Good use of your time. There you go. Bump his armor up a bit. Drop this guy. Again, smack your armor down some. Ivor's probably going to go down. But I'm not sure I see a whole lot of options there. Yeah. So it goes. Time to put us into pillage. All right. Okay, well, that fight didn't go terribly badly. Could have been worse. Could also have been better, though. Got a little bit more renown. The funny thing is I could actually go get more supplies with the renown. Thieves scatter pretty quickly when you start laying into them, but when you return to the caravan, you discover why. Even more supplies have gone missing since you rushed out to fight. Well, I should have expected that, really. A little extra renown, though. Probably a good idea. A little extra supplies. Alright. Well, let's see. Could actually get those iron bands. The extra strength might not be bad. Might not be a bad idea. But you know, I think just saving the renown, the food. These people are stealing the food from us. I don't know that we can afford to stay here. I'm sorry, Avon, but I know you're waiting for Juno, but we took the long way down here, and she's still not here. I don't think we can afford to wait for her, especially since she may have just been a figment of your imagination. We're out of here. Rook, wait, please. Avon begs. She said she'd be here. We need her. You can tell he's terrified of leaving, as though he'd be giving up on Juno. I'm sure she'll catch up with us. She's not coming. Okay, just a little longer. I'm sure she'll catch up with us. Avon looks out across the lake with a 1,000-mile stare. He says nothing. We've got problems, says Ivor. The whole place is flooded. We could try to walk the muddy parts, but it'll be slow going. We could try to float the caravan over the lake, but we might tip or get stuck. Or we could just go around the whole thing, but no idea how long that'll take. What do you think? Oh boy. Ford the river, cock wagons, flood the... Oh man. This is the Oregon Trail. Oh, you've come to a river. Do you want to caulk the wagons and float across? Do you want to just attempt to ford the river? That's hilarious. Okay, I've been too risky with our supplies. Chances are that's gonna bite me in the ass at some point. Pay some locals to help. Maybe with some pay, they'll actually do all right with us. All right, so the locals become a lot more helpful when you swallow your pride and start offering food for help crossing the river. They give you small fishing boats to borrow and show you the area with the best chance of making it across. You hope your luck holds out as you launch from the shore. Despite, or you suspect because of your vigilance, the locals from Sigrholm don't try anything underhanded as they take you in their small boats to the other side of the lake over several trips. You leave them with a generous amount of food and they row back to their town. You hope it's worth it to buy some space from Bellower, who will have to drag his armies through the mud on foot. Well, that seems to have helped, hopefully. And it didn't cut into our supplies too bad, and it even raised our morale some. Oh, man. Definitely the best option. That music worries me, though. Dramatic music, never a good sign. More supplies missing, the woman by a wagon says to you. And look, tracks. Right here they look like children's footprints, but my husband and I followed them into the wilderness a ways. They meet up with some adult tracks. No telling how many. Round up and question the children. Question parents about their children. Send scouts to look for anyone following you. Have the children watched carefully. Children are terrible liars. Just putting that out there. Your clansmen are on edge as you question the children. None of them seem to know anything about the food, but you manage to scare them more than you intended. 2 brothers in particular are left on the verge of crying. Well, awesome. You know what makes me feel good at night? Being judged a monster by kids. Great. As you're about to head off to sleep for the night, Onuf pulls you aside. I have a couple concerns I wanted to speak to you about, he says, in private. You find a quiet place to talk. What's on your mind? How well do you know the people traveling with us? Is that an eye twitch I see there? Yeah, it's an eye twitch, you shifty bastard. How many strangers are in the caravan now? Well, at least one, Onuf. Who are you worried about? The group decides, not just me. We have picked up quite a few. Is this about Ekil? The group decides, not just me. Don't fool yourself, Rook. It's mostly you. I've been watching folks since I joined you. Your companions from Skogr, they're loyal. I mean, it seems pretty clear that they'd die to protect you. I suppose I'd do the same. What about the Varl? You don't even know half those warriors. Oh yeah, all 46 of them? I'm so worried. You're telling me they have no problem following a man's orders now? After everything that happened in Einertoft. They joined us voluntarily. I trust Ivor to handle it. If they're willing to fight, it's worth the risk. We could be more cautious. Well... Alright, well, sorry about that. Get back to it. A little persistent hay fever and a very insistent cat. Hopefully I weather a little bit. And you won't know the difference. Except I've just told you the difference. Crap. Oh well. Well, they joined us voluntarily. I trust Ivor to handle it. If they're willing to fight, it's worth the risk. I trust Ivor to handle it, honestly. He's fearless, I'll give you that. But look at him, he's run ragged. He can't be there all the time. What happens the first time the Varl don't want to do what you tell them? Well, the same thing that would happen the first time you don't want to do what you're told. If Krumra gave the word, I guarantee at least half would follow. Let's be honest. They could take this caravan by force at any time, if they wanted to. Really? Are you sure about that? Man. I'm really not liking this guy. You may have a point. What do you suggest? I've got no choice but to trust them. They haven't. They haven't? Doesn't mean they won't. They're not the biggest problem, though. There's a mender with us. A mender who pulls lightning out of the sky and tells us what to do and where to go. Really? Are you sure? What? This guy has absolutely no logic or reason. Myself, I think we lucked out when his mentor didn't show up in Sigrholm. Avon's just the apprentice? What in the depths is his master capable of? Think about it, Rook. What do you really know about Avond? I heard they were found practically dead in the middle of nowhere when the dredge started showing up. Then an enormous serpent shows up at Einertoft after tearing the world in half, takes one look at Avond, and bolts. Suddenly they need our help instead of the Mender Council? How does that make any damn sense? You might be distorting what happened. You make some valid points. Avon could have taken control long before now. I wouldn't. If somebody told me that, it wouldn't exactly bolster my confidence. You might be distorting what happened. Or Avon might be. I'm grateful for what you've done to get us this far, Rook. But it's always been about trust. I think it's time to part ways, so to speak. Nothing personal. Suddenly, you gasp for air. When you look down, Onuf is holding a knife buried deep in your ribs. What the? Oh, son of a... Your vision blurs and blood fills your sight. You gasp again. There's a bird whistle and the camp becomes a blur of motion. Onuf's fighters from Frostvale leap into action, cutting people down. As Oddleaf turns to fire on the men, Onuf runs her through and pulls the blade from her back without even breaking his stride. She drops like a sack of flour. In one clean motion, his blade then takes Igil in the throat. Before the boy can grab his shield, Onuf heads straight for Alette, who freezes in unbridled terror. Mother puss bucket. You rise to your feet through the pain. Igil and Oddleaf are dead. Somehow you find the strength to cleave the nearest traitor in two, but you can't find the breath to shout. You think your lung might be punctured. Onuf clutches Alette's wrist amidst the commotion, tosses her bow aside, and pulls her into the deep woods. Her eyes meet yours across the campsite. No, her lips say, though you can't hear the words. A dozen men appear between you, and as Ivor steps into view, as fearsome as you've ever seen him. And Rook's injured. Awesome. Ivor, Gunnulf, Krummer, Nid. Gonna need an archer. There goes half our frickin' party. Ugh. We're gonna have to go kill Onuf too, apparently. Ekil. Oh, really? Punctured lung and he has to be in the party? That seems awfully silly. Okay, then. If you say so. Let's see. Gonna need to give some people some items. Gunnulf. No, I think you're good. Nid, what can I give you? Give you a little added armor. Not a bad idea, I think. Krummer. Nothing to give you? Really? Really? Okay. Well, this isn't good. Huh. 4, 3. Okay, yeah, you're gonna keep the narwhal horn. Let's do this quick. If we can. Where are you, Onuf? Is that you? You're not an Onuf. You're not an Onuf. None of you are an Onuf. Ooh. Alright. Go after them as quickly as possible, I think. first? You're first. Fantastic. Drop your strength down a little bit so you're not quite the threat. Quite as big a threat, at least. And now you get to experience the full might of a very angry Varl. And turn there. There we go. Let's mark him, pull him down. Oh, that wasn't quite as effective as I would have hoped, but wasn't exactly ineffective either. Those guys are nasty. Drop your armor again. Wow. They're becoming a major pain in my side. Followed by him and him. All right. Significantly. That doesn't seem to make any sense to me, but okay. Who's next? You're gonna be next. Okay. So we're gonna drop you if we can. We're not going to be able to, but maybe keep you from being quite the danger. See if we can't drop you within not killing Ivor ranges. Oh, crap. Did it again. Worth it? Probably not. Oh, this is not good. Not good. Not good at all. A lot of potential for damage here. Drop him a little. Okay. Almost bring you down. Actually, I can bring you down. Good. Murder you. I don't like that. Especially with poor morale. Haha, gotcha. Alright. And with that, we're going to find out what happens at the end of this battle, and then gonna have to call the episode. This episode is gonna run a little long, I'm afraid. Where's Alette? Shouts Ivor, tearing through the nearest bandit, but you're already hobbling into the deep woods where they disappeared, ignoring the battle raging behind you. In a haze of pain, you start to think you've lost their tracks, then you hear Alette screaming in the distance, followed by silence. You tear through the trees. And that's going to be it. We are going to call it there. See what happens to Alette in the next episode. I will see you in game.